As the spotlight on love and relationships comes to a head every February, Fidelity Investments' 2024 Couples and Money Study reveals couples may not be as aligned as they thought, with 45% of partners admitting they argue about money at least occasionally. Here to discuss the findings from the study and more is Meredith Stoddard, Vice President of Education at Fidelity Investments. Thank you so very much for joining us today. What did your study reveal about the key areas couples agree on or disagree on?
Yeah, as you mentioned, you're not alone if you're in that 45% that argue. We found that some of the major themes were around that day-to-day matters like daily savings or spending for retirement. About 1 in 3 disagreed on major goals. About 1 in 4 thought that money was their biggest relationship challenge. The good news is we found that for couples who communicated regularly, it did make a really big difference in making sure they're aligned. The one area that I thought was really interesting was that 1 in 3 didn't even know what their partner made. So that could be a good starting point if you're one of the misaligned couples.
1 in 3 don't know what their partner earns as a live. That's very interesting. Wow. Okay, so can you tell us more about the top financial concerns for couples?
Yeah, so a few key themes did emerge. Not surprisingly, retirement was a big one. So whether you're saving enough, the time horizon, healthcare costs in retirement. There were also some themes around having the right emergency savings and how important that was, how much that should be, as well as with lifestyle choices. So are we living beyond our means? Should we cut back? And then amongst younger couples, we did see some themes around saving to buy for a home was a big one, as well as having enough money to have and raise a child. For the younger couples, we will say that time is on your side. And so those next few months, years, or even decades are going to pass. So the sooner you come to the table and have that conversation, it really gives you that opportunity to align and greatly increases the odds of meeting those goals.
That makes sense to me. So are there resources that Fidelity provides to help couples strengthen their communication dynamics?
Absolutely. At fidelity.com/couples, we put together checklists, articles, language, and conversation guides, which we think can be really useful. We also noticed that there are really 3 key themes to success here. One is communication. So making sure that you set aside that time regularly. For some, weekly, it's fun. For others, quarterly is the minimum that they can bear or the maximum that they can bear. And so you want to make sure that you set up a cadence that works for you. Collaboration. So building a financial plan that really takes into account the unique perspectives of each person in the couple. And finally, confidence. So having a plan can make you feel like you've got some sense of control and that you know where you're going and what you're working towards.
I like that. It's like the 3 C's. So why might couples not be aligned on some topics, and how can they navigate the path to financial harmony?
Yeah, so couples come from different backgrounds, even if they're seemingly similar. There are a lot of things that people assume is sort of the normal way to do things, and what's normal for your family growing up might not be what's normal for your partner's family. So if you have any areas where you're unsure, put those questions on the table, put those cards on the table. We found that a lot of couples did tend to stall on talking about the things that they were unsure about or afraid of. And so come to that table and put it together. And I'd just say to make sure that you make communication a team sport. It's not a competition. It's not about control. It's about making sure that everybody gets heard, that you collaborate and come up with a plan together.
Communication is absolutely key. I really appreciate it. Meredith, where can we go for some more information?
Go to fidelity.com/couples.
Thank you so very much. I really appreciate it. And guys, if you want to catch this interview again, just head over to First Coast News Plus, where you can watch it on Roku, Apple TV, and Fire TV.